torch is going to be passed this year. I think this is just a way of The Rock becoming one of the greatest of all time because they have nobody else left who's capable of becoming the greatest of all time. And who is really the greatest of all time is something that will be disputed and debated for years to come, long after you and I are dead. Here's the thing, and here's the best way of illustrating it and putting it into perspective for you. I don't want to remember professional wrestling as being a sport that was dominated by John Cena, Randy Orton, and Batista. I kind of want to jump over this decade of wrestling we're in the middle of and remember wrestling for being a sport that was dominated in the 80s by Ric Flair, dominated in the early 90s by Hulk Hogan, dominated in the mid-90s by people like Shawn Michaels and Triple H. I don't want to remember wrestling for being dominated by someone like John Cena, who defeated The Rock after 16 years of contributions by Dwayne Johnson to this industry that made him the individual he is today, by getting an attitude adjustment in a 15-minute-long match at WrestleMania. Whatever way you slice it, this match should be about a half an hour in length because the winner is definitely going to have a lot of bragging rights. And a lot of pressure has to be on John Cena and The Rock in this match. But the thing is, I kind of want to jump over this decade, and I'm sure a lot of you do. I'm sure a lot of you refuse to remember wrestling for the era that was dominated by Cena and Batista, who came face to face in the Royal Rumble of 2005. And right then and there, we were being illustrated as to what wrestling is going to be 15 years from now. I kind of want to jump over this decade. I don't want to tell children that it was dominated by Cena, who defeated The Rock and rose above the hate at WrestleMania. I want to tell everybody The Rock came in and went down in history as being known as one of the greatest of all time. It seems kind of far-fetched, and it's kind of arrogant for The Rock to say it, but it's something he's deserving of, and you can't take away what The Rock has done for this wrestling industry. We are inviting you on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, where we are streaming the show, to tell us who you think will win. And if you saw the HBO-style documentary, a couple of encore presentation dates are lined up leading into WrestleMania. A total of 3, I think, are lined up. And I just hope this match really lives up to the expectation. I mean, I am really favoring The Rock to win. I hope The Rock does win. I've stated it on written columns. I've stated it on a number of different radio shows you can find and our video archives on our YouTube channel, and I just hope The Rock comes through on his promise of defeating John Cena and never going away. That's what he said in his inaugural promo last year when he announced himself to be the host of WrestleMania 27. The second choice was Justin Bieber, and The Rock says, you know, he's back and he's never going away, and his sole purpose for coming back was to beat John Cena, when really his sole purpose for coming back was to promote his Twitter account in Fast 5 and a couple of other movie projects dropping theatrical this summer, which will include theatrical release of G.I. Joe, the sequel to the previous one, and I'm sure you've all seen that. Follow The Rock on Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. You can join the conversation on our Facebook page now at facebook.com/HEW Entertainment, where the show is being streamed, and you can check out our video archives on our YouTube channel. Tell us who you think is going to win, Cena versus The Rock, and if you saw the HBO-style documentary which dropped a couple of days ago. Also, tell us what you thought of the streaming of the WrestleMania 28 press conference on YouTube and WWE.com. Our WrestleMania recap show is going to drop in the next couple of days on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, so make sure you listen for that. And additional details on the aftermath of WrestleMania 28, as April 9th will mark the start of the latest season from WWE with pay-per-view dates for Extreme Rules, No Way Out, Money in the Bank, and SummerSlam already being announced on the pay-per-view calendar. It's going to be a huge year here in 2012 with or without Dwayne Johnson. I'm Jonathan Clarke, and I will see you soon. Join the conversation on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you next week.
The jabroni beating, pie eating, trail blazing, eyebrow raising, step off the brake, put your foot on the gas, always ready to whoop some The Rock. There is one man who The Rock is gonna see. There is one man who The Rock has to see face to face. A guy who I met, a guy who I thought was a cool guy. Wished him well, happy for his success. When The Rock leaves, he comes in, and out of the blue, eventually, he starts talking trash about The Rock. I don't know why. And I don't care. But I'm back now. You might have heard of him. His name is
Jonathan Clarke, and all I really want you to do is listen to my show. Know your role, shut your mouth, not say anything, and just listen. That's all's required of you to do. It's all I want you to do. You're listening to AGW Entertainment Variety Radio with me, Jonathan Clarke.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
With a large inventory of shirts, replica belts, and action figures you can obtain and need for wrestling merchandise. Remember that we get fresh stock weekly, so don't forget to check it out. Also, with items coming in faster than Toys R Us and Walmart, you should never become disappointed. Plus half the price on WWE.com. Remember, that's www.madmaniacs.com.
Madmaniacs.com.
The irresistible Doc Young.
Booyah!
The legendary Les Thatcher.
Brilliant!
The award-winning show taking the internet by storm. Wrestling Weekly.
Oh, great Odin's Raven!
Every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. GMT on WrestlingWeekly.com and WrestlingRadioNetwork.com.
What triggers the attention of a pro wrestling fan? Is it the overall ability of the superstar? Is it the angles with a mixture of drama? What drives the fans wanting to learn more about this pastime? When it reaches a boiling point and you know you're hooked on the thrill, it's no longer considered just a passion. It's an obsession.
Your favorite all-in-one online wrestling site has changed. That's right, wrestling fans. If you are obsessed with everything wrestling, check out the same site with the new name, Online World of Wrestling. As crazy as it may sound, the same content you have come to know, expect, and rely on is still there on every single page of the site under a new name. If you're looking for the most comprehensive information on the entire world of wrestling, then head on over to www.onlineworldofwrestling.com. Online World of Wrestling still supplies you with all the news and information, plus galleries and bios of your favorite all-time wrestlers. Climb aboard as we head on over to onlineworldofwrestling.com. New packaging, same great flavor.
News and information on total non-stop action wrestling. It's TNAWrestling.com. TNAWrestling.com. Log on right now and get your fix of all things TNA Wrestling. Event photos, streaming video, and all of the backstage gossip is just one click away. Plus, right now, you can find special savings in our merchandise area with a complete line of DVDs featuring Nevermore, the best of Raven, Enigma, the best of Jeff Hardy, and Phenomenal, the best of AJ Styles. Plus, all of our monthly pay-per-view events on DVD as well. And don't forget to check out photos of our lovely ladies in the knockout section. It's your online home for total non-stop action wrestling. It's TNAWrestling.com. TNAWrestling.com.
Wrestling-radio.com for the latest news in professional wrestling, watching of videos, and promoting your own independent wrestling organization or radio show the way that you want it done. Log on to Wrestling-radio.com. Sign up today and get weekly archiving of your shows. Advertise your show on the main website. And also listen to other great wrestling radio shows such as The Squared Circle, The Minority Report, Evans Legends, and many more. And you could be the next one. Log on today at Wrestling-radio.com and begin promoting your wrestling organization or radio show the way that you want it done. We promise you, you won't be disappointed. Wrestling-radio.com, the internet's leader in wrestling radio promotion.
I know what you're thinking. I'm not a real athlete. I'm just a wrestler. I'm 6'10", 328 pounds.
I won boxing's Golden Gloves 3 years in a row.
I was a national champion at the University of Miami. My jersey was retired at Florida State.
I was the ultimate fighting champion.
When you step through those ropes, bad things do happen. Had over 200 stitches.
I suffered a dozen concussions.
Broken bones.
I've separated shoulders.
Damn near broke my neck.
Blown out knees.
But I've still got up. This is who I am.
This is what I do. I'm not really an athlete.
This isn't real. Try lacing my boots.
Every day I train. Thousands of hours of practice.
Injuries can happen at any time.
My kneecap just kind of blew over to the side of my leg. I've torn the pectoral muscle completely off my shoulder.
I've had surgery 5 times in my left knee.
You do question, can I come back from this? My body,
my life is on the line.
Don't risk yours. Please, don't try this.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Clarke, the voice of HEW Entertainment Radio. For years, HEW Entertainment has been the #1 professional wrestling news website on the internet for good reason, including headlines, extensive video footage, a radio program weekly, a weekly column for our users to read, video footage from HEW Wrestling Network, a YouTube channel, a